on-the-fly tech guy, Knute Sands, paying close attention to the Consumer Electronics Show going on in Vegas. How you doing, Knute?
I'm fantastic. How have you guys been?
Doing
Pretty
great.
good.
So you found some fun stuff, huh?
Especially,
Absolutely.
Tony,
Absolutely.
this first one is specifically for Tony. You're on the bandwagon for New Year's resolutions.
Yes, I've been in the gym for 3 days now.
Yeah, 3 days, Knute.
I'm definitely in the market for some new headphones.
That's better than zero, which is what I've been in the gym so far. So, the first story we have here is this Parrot Zeek Sport headphones. Now, this is not the first set of headphones to come from this company, but this specifically is made for runners. It has an accelerometer, it tracks your steps, it does all the fun things most watches would typically do. And what we're going to see a lot of in 2015 is different kinds of wearables coming out. Headphones are specifically one thing that a lot of companies are trying to get to. So you don't necessarily have to have a cord attached to another device. Rather, that the headphones themselves are smart enough that you could potentially stream data right from the headphones to a heart rate monitor, for instance. The Parrot, does come with an application that will track all these things and report on, quite frankly, how poorly your health might be or how wonderful you're doing. But it's pretty amazing that they're starting to get some of the technology down to a small enough size that it can go right in your ear and give you all that information. So
I feel like the gyms need to catch up with the technology, because this gym that I just joined, they have all the TV screens, right? And then they have little FM radio frequencies.
That's every gym I've ever been
at. Do you own a little radio? Does anyone own those anymore?
I had to buy one just to be able to use the TVs at Lifetime. That's a good one. Okay, so tell us about the Zolt USB laptop charger, because I think we're sick of just having the battery that comes in the laptop. We need more.
Right, no, absolutely. And this is another theme we're seeing. A lot of devices are much bigger these days. I mean, if you've bought a new iPhone, you'll know that screen is enormous, and the battery life of those devices is very poor. So, again, this is a theme at CES right now. We're seeing a lot of devices that are helping people charge faster and more easy. So the Zolt is just essentially a simple USB charger made that you can plug in more or less anywhere. It's $80 for pre-order, which is a pretty reasonable price considering how small it is. It's just 3 inches long. It's 1.3 inches in diameter. So it's the super small little USB charger that you can take pretty much anywhere. The catch is there's no Mac version yet. Mac really locks down their technology, so you've got to have that MagSafe battery, unfortunately. But again, it's just a device to make it super easy to charge your devices anywhere.
All right, now we've got sports fans, at least in our building here, raving about this Sling TV. Now, I had a Sling box, so I know what a Sling box is. What is the Sling TV?
So Sling TV is more of a service. It's pretty amazing, actually. There's been a lot of talk for a lot of years about some of the major players in television actually coming out with a streaming service. Dish is the first one to market it, and I would assume that there's going to be a lot more. So ESPN fans specifically are going to be happy that for $20 a month you can sign up for Dish Network streaming and watch ESPN2, CNN, TBS, TNT, Food Network, a lot of very common channels. The catch with this service, I will say, is you don't have as much access to historical, shows. So you might be able to watch 3 days old, 3 days worth of shows, but going back maybe some number of months might be more difficult. The other catch with this is we don't know, because it hasn't really been tested, how fast the streaming or how reliable that streaming will be. There's been a lot of controversy with different streaming services having bandwidth issues or the quality of the video not being high. So when it really starts to hit the market, we're going to find out a lot about this. The one other thing I'll add is you don't need a cable box. So this finally is sort of the breakthrough moment for cable providers to be able to dive into the streaming service.
No, that'd be awesome.
We're cord cutting, baby.
Finally,
we're cutting cords.
Oh my gosh, I'm waiting to cut that cord.
All right, this next product I'm all about, because my iPhone runs out of battery all the time, and I don't have several hours to plug it in and let it go.
Right. So the iBats ASAP charger, so aptly named ASAP charger, more or less it will charge your iPhone in 15 minutes, which if you have an iPhone, you would welcome that, I'm sure. Obviously, again, this has been a theme that batteries are a big problem with all these new devices coming out, and I think iPhones specifically tend to be the worst if you've got them for more than a few months. So this essentially is just something that to help you charge faster, and get back out there and be able to be mobile.
So I got a prediction here. If we're talking about charging our iPhones in 15 minutes or less now, next year at CES, there's going to be devices to cool down your iPhone. Because I can't imagine that you're not going to have a super hot iPhone if you've charged it in 15 minutes.
Hey, Tony, that could be a product idea for you to develop. Maybe like a tiny little miniature fan with little Tony Fly faces on it, and just cools your phone down.
There you go.
The Tony Fly cooler fan.
The iCool Fly Cool. I think that's a great idea.
You're onto something.
Hey,
Knute.
This is big.
Tech correspondent Knute Sands. Thank you very much for
guys.
coming on. We appreciate it.
He's
Thank you very much.
going to copyright that. You better get on that.
I'll beat you to the call.